สวัสดีครับผมชื่อเด็กชายพชาต ทธานนท์ครับจากสำนักข่าวต้นกล้า News Today I will be talking about bees. Bees are useful animals that we can often find in the forest or any other place with wildlife. Bees can make honey from pollen. Pollen can be found within flowers. Many flowers have pollen. Bees or any other insect with fur, a special kind of fur on their legs, will be attached on the flower, and the pollen from the flower will be transferred to this fur. Then while they fly, the pollen will make other flowers pollinated. Once they're pollinated, they are ready to make more flowers. Bees are also useful for honey. Honey is a yellow substance that is sweet. We can often find honey in bee farms or other supermarkets or shops around the world. Honey is actually kind of hard to find because bees are dying. Many believe that bees are dying due to the world's problems like global warming and other problems like where carbon dioxide and fires filling the air, which are killing bees. There are many kinds of bees, but only one bee is useful to this world. Well, many bees are useful, but this particular bee is the most, since it is the one that we get honey from, and this bee species is dying. This species is called the honeybee. The honeybee is dying from other animals like wasps, but are also dying from our world's problems, like I said, global warming, the carbon dioxide, and people using pesticides to kill bugs. Honeybees are useful because they're the ones that make honey for us to eat or to sell or to keep. Who knows? There are 3 types of bees in a beehive. The first kind of bee is the worker bee. The worker bees are a type of bees that will work hard to find pollen and feed the whole colony. Mostly the queen, due to her being the one to make the bees. The second types are the drones. The drone bees are used to impregnate or something the queen bee so she can make more bees, or more baby bees to be exact. Baby bees can grow up to anything, but mostly worker bees or drone bees if the queen bee is still alive. And the third type of bee is, of course, the queen bee. The queen bee is the biggest bee in the colony, and there can only be one queen bee in at least one colony. The queen bee can make at least over 100,000 eggs a year, or maybe more. The queen bee is very important to the colony, for she is the one who rules over everything. If the queen were to die, the drones and the worker bees, well, one of them will turn into another queen bee. Well, not really. You see, to make another queen bee, the bees will give something called royal jelly to a larva that isn't fully grown into a bee. Then the larva will soon grow up into a young bee. Then that bee will become the new queen, and this cycle repeats until the whole colony might have died out from other pesticides or other animals, or it'll just keep going in a loop forever. This is a lot. The bees help the world to be colorful and beautiful, repopulating plants and making honey. We might not think much about bees, but bees are actually really important to the world. Without bees, well, we might all just die. Nobody knows for sure. But, well, that's the end of me explaining bees. See you next time.